Welcome to What About Boxing? In the world of boxing, fighters chase that one defining victory, one that can earn them a world title, cement their status in the sport, and open the door to big money fights. While some achieve lasting greatness, others quickly learn that staying on top is far harder than getting there. In today's video, we present some of boxing's most memorable one-hit wonders. Hasim "The Rock" Rahman, born in Baltimore, Maryland, U.S., made his professional debut in December 1994, quickly establishing himself as a dangerous puncher. His raw power was undeniable, securing 23 knockouts in his first 28 fights before suffering his first career loss in 1998. In April 2001, Rahman found himself in the biggest fight of his career, challenging Lennox Lewis for the WBC, IBF, and IBO heavyweight titles. Entering as a 20-1 underdog, few expected him to succeed. But Rahman shocked the world, delivering a devastating fifth-round knockout to dethrone Lewis and claim his place in boxing history. However, the triumph was short-lived. Just 7 months later, in the anticipated rematch, Lewis made the necessary adjustments and knocked out Rahman in the fourth round, reclaiming his belts in dominant fashion. Though Rahman continued his career and secured notable victories, none ever reached the magnitude of his unforgettable upset over Lewis, his one defining moment on boxing's biggest stage. Corrie "the Sniper" Sanders, a heavy-hitting southpaw from South Africa, made his professional debut in 1989, quickly establishing himself as a force in the ring. His explosive power carried him to 23 consecutive wins, with 16 knockouts, before suffering his first career defeat. In March 2003, Sanders stepped into the ring for the biggest fight of his career, challenging Vladimir Klitschko for the WBO heavyweight title. Taking the fight on short notice, he entered as a massive 40-1 underdog, with few expecting him to pose a serious threat. But Sanders delivered one of boxing's most stunning upsets, dropping Klitschko 4 times en route to a second-round knockout, securing his greatest victory.
He's lowering his height some more.
Klitschko goes down on a huge left hand inside by Corrie Sanders. And gets up at the count of 7
With his eye cut.
and there's a cut over Klitschko's left eye, right on the eyebrow. Long time to go in the round. Vladimir down a second time.
And the next big thing is about to become the last big bust if he goes down again, although the clock is running out on this round.
So Vladimir Klitschko was able to do in this situation. He was able to come back and knock Sanders out. Now Klitschko's down a third time, and there are 2 minutes, 53 seconds to go in this round.
And he's not seeing that left hand come. He just cannot see the left hand that Sanders is hitting him with.
And he's attacking to try to get out of trouble instead of holding. And this is not going to go well. Another knockdown, the fourth time, and the referee, Gennaro Rodriguez, stops the fight, and thus ends the Vitaly Klitschko, or the Vladimir Klitschko Express.
Despite the monumental win, Sanders never regained the spotlight. He fought 5 more times, finishing with 3 wins and 2 losses. But his triumph over Klitschko remained the defining moment of his career. Eleider Álvarez, hailing from Apartado, Colombia, wasted no time making an impression in the professional ranks. By just his 7th fight, he had already captured the WBO and IBO light heavyweight title, setting the stage for bigger opportunities. After accumulating several minor titles, Álvarez earned his shot at reigning WBO light heavyweight champion Sergey Kovalev in August 2018, the biggest fight of his career. Despite entering as an underdog, he delivered a stunning performance, securing a 7th-round TKO to claim the WBO title, marking the pinnacle of his career. However, the glory was short-lived. 6 months later, in their highly anticipated rematch, Kovalev adjusted his strategy and reclaimed the title with a unanimous decision victory. Álvarez continued fighting, but his momentum never fully returned. In 2020, he faced the heavy-handed Jeison Jr., suffering a devastating 9th-round knockout, his final appearance in the ring. Sadam World Kid Ali, born in Brooklyn, New York, began his boxing journey at just 8 years old, inspired by the electrifying style of Prince Naseem Hamed. After a successful professional debut in 2009, Ali steadily climbed the ranks, claiming minor titles along the way. His defining moment came in December 2017 when he challenged WBO light middleweight champion Miguel Cotto in what would be Cotto's farewell fight. Despite entering as an underdog with a record of 25 wins, 1 loss, and 14 knockouts, Ali showcased his speed and freshness, winning by unanimous decision to claim the WBO title, the biggest victory of his career. However, his reign was short-lived. In his first title defense in May 2018, Ali faced the hard-hitting Jaime Munguia, suffering a 4th-round TKO loss. He fought twice more before retiring in 2019, never again recapturing the magic of his triumph over Cotto. Manny Pacquiao, first defense of the WBO welterweight title in April 2017, against Australian Jeff the Hornet Horn, was met with widespread surprise and skepticism. Horn, relatively unknown on the world stage, even prompted Pacquiao to remark, "I don't know who Jeff Horn is." The two fighters met in the ring in July 2017, where Horn defied expectations, securing a controversial, unanimous decision victory over the legendary Pacquiao. The upset was met with debate from fans and analysts, but Horn walked away with the biggest win of his career. Horn continued fighting, competing 6 more times and finishing with a record of 3 wins and 3 losses before retiring in 2020. His victory over Pacquiao remaining the defining moment of his career. Jeison "Banana" Rosario, a boxer from the Dominican Republic, made his professional debut in 2013, steadily working his way up the ranks. His defining moment came in January 2020, when he stepped into the ring as an underdog to challenge Julian Williams for the WBA Super, IBF, and IBO light middleweight titles. Rosario wasted no time making his presence felt, rocking Williams with relentless pressure before forcing the referee to stop the fight in round 5, securing a stunning upset victory. Just 7 months later, he faced Jermell Charlo in a high-stakes unification bout, but suffered a brutal 8th-round knockout loss, surrendering his titles. Though Rosario remains active, his momentum has faded. Since his victory over Williams, he has compiled a record of 4 wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses, all by knockout, making him a fighter clearly struggling to regain his former glory. Andy Ruiz Jr.'s shocking victory over Anthony Joshua in June 2019 stands as one of boxing's greatest upsets. Ruiz initially wasn't the first choice. He landed the opportunity after Jarrell Miller was denied a license by the New York Athletic Commission, while Luis Ortiz's team rejected 2 career-high purse offers to fight Joshua. Seizing his chance, Ruiz stunned the boxing world, dropping Joshua 4 times before securing a 7th-round TKO victory, claiming the WBA Super, IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight titles. His triumph transformed him overnight from an overlooked contender into a heavyweight champion. However, his time at the top was brief. 6 months later, in their rematch, Joshua boxed cautiously and controlled the fight, reclaiming his titles by unanimous decision. Since that defeat, Ruiz has fought 3 more times, earning 2 wins and 1 draw. But the explosive aura that once surrounded him seems to have faded. Buster Douglas's stunning knockout victory over Mike Tyson in February 1990 remains the greatest upset in boxing history. Entering the fight as a massive underdog, Douglas defied the odds, dethroning Tyson with a dramatic 10th-round knockout to claim the WBA, WBC, and IBF heavyweight titles. His championship reign was short-lived. 8 months later, in his first title defense, Douglas faced Evander Holyfield but suffered a 3rd-round knockout, losing his belts just as quickly as he won them. Following his historic triumph over Tyson, Douglas compiled a record of 8 wins and 2 losses, but his defining legacy remains his role as the first man to defeat Tyson and to do it in devastating. We've reached the end of this video, but there are certainly more boxers who fit this one-hit wonder narrative. Who did we miss? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.